When you need legal guidance, MyLegalWhiz is your convenient online legal resource and assistant. Start by going to credits.mylegalwhiz.com. Once logged in, type, for example, MGCQ, which stands for Modified General Community Quarantine, and all information related to MGCQ will appear. Click the link and you'll see guidelines for areas under MGCQ. If you need assistance, we have Leah. Leah stands for Legal Engineer Assistant. She helps in doing legal research and writing documents. But before that, you need to know how to use Leah's page. First is the drop-down menu. This allows you to choose what type of document, task, or request you need from Leah. Then type your request or concern. In this text box, you can ask any legal question that you have for Leah. For example, if you're a landlord and you want to know if you can start collecting rent during ECQ, it's just as easy as typing your question. You can even attach a file for Leah's reference. You'll receive an email confirming that we have received your inquiry. In a short while, you'll receive a notification with Leah's response. Go to your inbox, click View, and see the answer. Let's try to search for another topic. All information related to video conferencing will appear. MyLegalWhiz also allows you to download forms for a specific amount of credits. You can do that by selecting Legal Forms in the menu bar. Let's say you want to download a training agreement form. Click the green button so you can fully download it. You may download it in different file formats found in the upper right corner. You can now use it for your intended purposes. Can't find what you're looking for? Ask Leah. And that's why MyLegalWhiz is the best digital legal assistant. When you need legal guidance, MyLegalWhiz is your convenient online legal resource and assistant. Start by going to credits.mylegalwhiz.com. Once logged in, type, for example, MGCQ, which stands for Modified General Community Quarantine, and all information related to MGCQ will appear. Click the link and you'll see guidelines for areas under MGCQ. If you need assistance, we have Leah. Leah stands for Legal Engineer Assistant. She helps in doing legal research and writing documents. But before that, you need to know how to use Leah's page. First is the drop-down menu. This allows you to choose what type of document, task, or request you need from Leah. Then type your request or concern. In this text box, you can ask any legal question that you have for Leah. For example, if you're a landlord and you want to know if you can start collecting rent during ECQ, it's just as easy as typing your question. You can even attach a file for Leah's reference. You'll receive an email confirming that we have received your inquiry. In a short while, you'll receive a notification with Leah's response. Go to your inbox, click View, and see the answer. Let's try to search for another topic. All information related to video conferencing will appear. MyLegalWhiz also allows you to download forms for a specific amount of credits. You can do that by selecting Legal Forms in the menu bar. Let's say you want to download a training agreement form. Click the green button so you can fully download it. You may download it in different file formats found in the upper right corner. You can now use it for your intended purposes. Can't find what you're looking for? Ask Leia. And that's why MyLegalWhiz is the best digital legal assistant.
Hello? Hello? Hello po, good afternoon. Hi sa mga viewers po natin na nakatutok ngayon. And we would like to welcome po yung mga new viewers as well as yung mga nakapanood na po ng previous installment ng session namin. So, thanks again for giving us the time of your day para lang po makiisa and maki-join po to learn what MyLegalWhiz is all about. So, first, I would like to introduce myself. I am Lovely Chan of Negosyo Center Program Management Unit of DTI Regional Operations Group. And I would like to introduce po ang ating speaker for today, which is Attorney Dexter Feliciano, the founder and CEO po ng MyLegalWhiz, a multi-awarded and trusted online legal intelligence and assistance platform serving professionals, businesses, governments, and the general public. Its mission is to empower people and businesses by providing a convenient way of accessing legal knowledge and services. Dexter is a lawyer by profession with an MBA Juris Doctor degree at DLSU, FEU, and also a philosophy undergraduate of UP, Diliman. He is also a lecturer and speaker on subjects regarding technology and innovation, research, and entrepreneurship. Dexter will introduce MyLegalWhiz and its benefits to all MSMEs or to your businesses, its affiliate program or online job as an added benefit of being a member of MyLegalWhiz. Ask Leia Legal Assistance Technology. We'll get your comments po later during the discussion, so please feel free to comment po your questions. So, Attorney Dexter, the floor is yours now po.
Hi Dex, naka-mute ka ata.
Yep. Okay, sorry. Thank you very much, Lovely, for your nice introduction and good afternoon to everyone. Ngayon, what we'll do is we will discuss business pain points of entrepreneurs like Patrick. Patrick Mabilog is our guest today who will discuss his experience in his business and at the same time how MyLegalWhiz helps his business in navigating different legal issues. So today, this is actually the second part of our series, no? So kung sino man pong nanonood ngayon, please share the video so it can be seen not only by negosyo centers but also our fellow MSMEs and entrepreneurs. So Patrick.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. So thanks Dex for having me. Thank you also to DTI for helping us make this happen. Siguro let me introduce myself a little bit. So my name is Patrick Mabilog. I'm an entrepreneur. Specifically, my business, I'm marketing slash business agency. We're a small business, so we have a few staff. We operate virtually, pero really, ako po, I'm based from Bacolod City, and we basically been operating, especially itong ECQ, no, we've been operating home-based most of the time. Pero
You're still in ECQ, sorry, Patrick. You're still in ECQ in Bacolod?
Bacolod City ngayon is GCQ.
Okay.
Sorry, MGCQ, Modified General Community Quarantine. So
Okay.
hopefully it will stay that way or even become better soon.
Yeah, that's great.
So-
Thank you, Patrick. Oo, so what we want to do now is kasi we want to illustrate how MyLegalWhiz helps a lot of entrepreneurs. No? Sa lahat po ng nanonood dyan, nakikita nyo po ba yung ano tawag dito?
Ticker.
Yung ticker natin sa baba. Okay? Sign up for free to your digital legal resource and assistant, MyLegalWhiz, at credits.mylegalwiz.com and input DTI 500. So, ang ginawa po ng collaboration namin with DTI is we actually allotted hundreds of thousands of credits to all our MSMEs so that we can help you navigate this uncertain era. They call it an era kasi until we had a vaccine or a treatment, medyo talagang tatagal tayo. We will always shelter in place or work from home or social distance. So ito po ang tool natin instead of us going out, no, in meeting people. Now we can check legal knowledge and access legal assistance at our fingertips using MyLegalWhiz. So again, sign up po kayo. DTI has promo code DTI 500. So Patrick, what we want to do kasi ngayon is we want to know your experience as an entrepreneur in during this era and also before, and how does MyLegalWhiz help you?
Sige, so siguro first and foremost, well, I've known MyLegalWhiz for quite a while already, and I've been using very recently. I've been using credits, the credits feature of MyLegalWhiz. Right now, business is very different, which might come as a shock for many. Kasi po, yung mindset kasi is if you're an online business that you're not really affected by the crisis, by coronavirus, by the lockdown. Kasi nga you earn online. Pero the reality is all of us were really affected. And there's a lot of different ways that we have adapted to this, because essentially there were really a lot of changes. Like one siguro, truth of the matter is, while I safely work at home, I serve a lot of clients that are not virtual. So as a business consultant, I have a lot of my business clients, the businesses I've been helping. They have physical stores, and because of that, their sales are down. Diba? Many of them had to close shop. Many of them had to minimize operations. Some of them had to cancel contracts with me. And more specifically, I also had some clients who stopped paying me, diba? Without ending.
Yun yung mahirap.
Yun yung mahirap, diba? The contract is still ongoing. Of course, though, we're understanding naman when a client comes to us and says na we need to pause services, that's completely fine. Of course, we understand that, and we made that option. I lost probably 20% of my business, which again, it's not. Thankfully, it's not as bad as most, pero it's still significant. Siguro a couple of cases that we had were people who did not end the contract, and basically we still gave the service, Pero the
Yeah.
problem was we were giving the service, we were not getting paid. Of course, as a business owner, I was incurring costs because I was hiring people. I had to pay for some for some utilities then for the business for the client, but they weren't paying. So I had one. I won't go to the specifics already. But I had one client. Basically, we had a very big amount of receivables, and so of course, this client of mine has been a client for a very long time. So we had a relationship already. Alam naman natin, 'di ba, na when you have issues like this, yung pinaka default kasi ng tao is, o sige, let's get a lawyer, 'di ba? Pero of course, we know na if you get a lawyer, it kind of stains the relationship. Kasi parang nagsumbong na eh. So,
Correct.
I did not want to go that route, 'di ba? But of course, I didn't know what to do kasi nga everything's different. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know law. I don't know. I'm a business owner, yes, but there's a very big limit to how much of the of business laws I know. So when I got a hold of the credits, when I got hold of credits, it gave me an option na I don't have to go straight to a lawyer, diba? So thankfully, because of that, I was able to find some solutions on MyLegalWhiz without having to get representation, not having to get to that level. So in a way, we were able to preserve the relationship and come up with a win-win situation. So that was one scenario I had. I've also been using MyLegalWhiz a lot for kahit before pa, I've been using MyLegalWhiz for legal documents. Because prior to MyLegalWhiz, of course, if you're in the service industry, trust is very high. Kasi the clients I work with most of them are long-term. I've been working with them for many, many years. I have clients who I've been working with for 8 years, 9 years. And for a good chunk of our relationship, it's been trust-based. But of course, you still need that legal, diba? That legal protection, so that you can also preserve the relationship in a way. So contracts are the best way to do that. But of course, contracts can be quite expensive if you have them made by lawyers. And I noticed that lawyers don't like making contracts anymore because it eats a lot of their time. I'm sure you understand this, attorney Dex, kasi as an attorney, diba? So
I agree, actually.
Diba? When I found MyLegalWhiz, all I had to do was, I called up my lawyer. I said, attorney, meron akong nahanap na solution na that can save you time. I showed him the template. I said, is this okay? For everything, for non-disclosure agreements, for payment contracts, even for SPAs, lahat. I showed them everything. I downloaded as much as I could. I showed it to my lawyer and he said, this is actually really good and we can use this. All you have to do is just pay me for the notarization, which was big savings for me. It also helped him save a lot of time because alam naman natin lawyers can be very busy. So if I have to have him draft a contract, diba? I have a client who wants to start right away, urgent siya. This guy really needs a website. This guy really needs social media, someone to help manage the social media, which is what I do because most of my marketing services are digital, and it's very fast-paced. Pero minsan yung matagal is getting the paperwork done. So usually I'd have to contact my lawyer on a Monday and probably get the contract by Thursday. So matagal. Pero with MyLegalWhiz now in the picture, with all the templates, within minutes, I can just search on MyLegalWhiz. And what happens is I already have access to the template. And then all I have to do is just change up the details, have it printed, have it sent over to my lawyer for signing, and I'm done. We're good. We're good to start. I think right now I guess one thing that's really interesting about today is with the coronavirus crisis. It's very unprecedented. A lot of things have changed. The way that we do business, the way that that we transact, the way that we get things done has changed. And ako, siguro today I'm coming in quite curious to know, because I do know, for an instance, like for me, for instance, even though I was a digital entrepreneur from the very beginning, um, 40% probably of my business operation was still face to face. I would still meet clients. I would still go to lawyers face to face to get things signed. Pero ngayon that it's hard to do that, most especially since my lawyer is in Iloilo and I'm here in Bacolod and I cannot cross the borders. So that's my scenario ngayon. I like to, basically I'm interested to see what ways we can maximize my legal risk in this kind of time.
Patrick, have you seen this program of the government? So in MyLegalWhiz, you can see the programs of the government kasi we organize them from DTI regulations to the COVID regulations of the national government and even specific local government. So just last week, ang Quezon City naman ang nagkaroon tayo ng live session doon. So here, makikita mo dito, pag nahihirapan din ang negosyo because alam naman natin na wala tayong masyadong naging transactions during the quarantine period, merong tulong talaga ang gobyerno. So ito yung 10,000 to 200,000 pesos for micro enterprises with asset size of not more than 3 million. Meron yan, no? So 0.5% per month lang. And grace period of 6 months on principal payment. Napakaganda nito. I think this is in partnership with SB Corporation. There. So ito, SB Corporation. So lahat po ng mga nakikinig na negosyante dito, entrepreneurs. So sign up po kayo sa MyLegalWhiz. Makikita nyo po yan. Yung tulong ng gobyerno sa atin. So again, ulitin ko lang, share nyo lang po itong video para po makita ng ibang entrepreneurs natin. And treat MyLegalWhiz as your digital legal resource, assistant, or even a legal department. Kasi sabi ko nga, yung sa kwento mo, Patrick, parang anong nangyari is talagang immediate yung assistance. Of course, you still need a lawyer for the notarization, but the lawyer like me, mas gusto kong parang mas gusto ko na lang mag-customize. Or even sometimes gusto ko na lang mag-strategize o kung ano gagawin natin sa kaso mo or sa kontrata mo or sa confidentiality agreement mo. Ang maganda is ready na siya and you can just use your knowledge sa law to customize and organize it based on your needs. So ganyan na yung nangyayari ngayon Tinutulungan natin ang mga abogado actually.
Yeah.
And in fact, marami tayong lawyers na partner sa MyLegalWhiz. So, just in case, dito sa Ask Leia natin, makikita mo dyan, can find what you're looking for, you can ask Leia. You will see here, I need an attorney. So, we connect lawyers, pag kailangan na ng lawyer, pag kailangan ng representation. Pero in our statistics, in our study, right now, mahirap lumabas, mahirap pumunta sa court, and at the same time, ang study namin, more than 95% hindi naman talaga pupunta sa korte. Ang kailangan lang talaga is knowledge. Ang kailangan are documents. Like yung sinasabi mo is your NDAs and your contracts. It's all here in MyLegalWhiz.
Yeah. Ako, I get that talaga, no? Just that thought. Kasi of course, as a consultant, I can relate with that kasi, more specifically as a digital marketing consultant, I have a lot of people coming to me with basic social media concerns, diba?
Yeah.
How do I post a picture, diba? Or how do I change the thumbnail of an image? And those are important things, of course, diba? Importante yun. I mean, we need to know that. But of course, it really takes a lot of my time to have to explain one by one. So how I wish na there was something like MyLegalWhiz for digital marketers, na if you want to learn how to do that, I mean, of course we have Google, right? I mean, Google. Pero I guess in that sense, I mean, talking about Google, kasi most people din, I mean, before yung mindset ko kasi was na if I have a legal question, why not try Google, di ba? It's free,
Yep.
it's out there naman. Pero kasi Google naman, in my experience, I had one experience. Let's talk about yung non-disclosure agreements, yung confidentiality agreements. That's an agreement that I make with clients where we agree that I will not share any information that is confidential. Before, I used to get all of my forms online on Google, including my non-disclosure agreement forms. Of course, I don't have the time to scan everything because sometimes these documents can be quite long. They end up being like multiple pages. And so I don't usually scan them anymore. Pero what happened pala was when I was using non-disclosure agreements that were just from Google, meron palang isang part that I did not change and I did not know it because it was legal. It was, I mean, legal jargon. So when that happened, essentially all of the non-disclosure agreements that I made, I probably had like 20 of them printed out and signed already by clients. Wala, it was useless kasi mali eh. Oo, nasayang. I mean, and of course, I mean, imagine what would have happened no, if something, I mean, buti na lang na we never had any cases where any of my staff or I was sharing information with anyone. Pero if ever that happened, or if it, I mean, both ways, then that could have been a very big headache for me. So that's where I see the value talaga of a service na ganito that's specific. Of course, and it's the case kasi with my non-disclosure agreement, it was a US document or it was a non-disclosure agreement for US companies. So hindi pala siya. Yeah. So yung that term, I don't remember what the term was anymore. It was a term that was specific to their context for US law, for US companies. It did not apply in the Philippines. So parang ganon yung nangyari. So when you search online kasi, 'di ba? I mean, Google. Like someone like me, if I search on Google something legal, I don't know if it's sometimes hindi ko alam if it's for the US, it's for the Philippines. So I had that dilemma before. Pero ngayon, I mean, MyLegalWhiz was for that dilemma.
Yes, kasi when you search on Google, it's okay to search on Google naman. So, for example, confidentiality agreement. Confidentiality. So when you search for this one, so yan, you get templates nga, pero hindi mo alam kung saan yung fit sa'yo. Kasi sabi mo nga,
Tama.
parang pwede kang magkamali, unlike of course, when you have really a specific platform that can really provide you with the relevant legal form for your business, especially Philippine-based. So here, sa MyLegalWhiz, immediately makikita mo naman lahat yung mga mga non-disclosure agreement, confidentiality agreement, and then we comply with what the Philippine law provides. So it's so easy to fill this up eh. Tulad nga ng sabi mo, download mo lang yan sa document or PDF, or you can even email it to your email and then edit it. So again, parang nga sabi ko nga, this is your digital legal resource and assistant. We really make it a point that everything that you need in your business, it's here, especially all the legal stuff. Actually, we have MBA researchers here, so we have 30 research collaborators. And more than 30 research collaborators doing research not only in legal but on the business side, and we also have artists who does these illustrations on specific legal topics like PDRs, yung issue sa Congress just last week or 2 weeks ago about a media company. So nandyan lahat ini-illustrate na natin. So MyLegalWhiz basically wants to laymanize, democratize legal services para sa mga small enterprises, para sa mga entrepreneurs. Of course, we don't want to get the jobs of lawyers kasi as a lawyer, I also want to practice eh. But now, I'm focused on high-level strategy, high-level legal advice, no? And also personal representation. Kasi ang MyLegalWhiz, hindi naman po siya pwede mag-represent. But during this time, during this COVID era, you have this personal online virtual legal resource or department for your business. Anything from deeds of sale nandito and a lot of documents. So yun, Patrick.
So funny, Attorney Dex, no, you mentioned the democratization. I'm not so sure if you're familiar with Singularity University.
Can you discuss Singularity University?
Sige. I guess the business owners would also learn a thing or two from this.
Please.
I used to work for a company that was an affiliate of Singularity University, Australia. So I had one client, so that was one of my clients. Singularity University is a organization, worldwide organization that was started by Peter Diamandis. That's the name of the founder. One of the ideas that si Peter shares is how the internet and how technology has been changing the way that we work. And what I mean, siguro, I think the most common there is the topic of artificial intelligence, diba?
Yep.
We have apparently ngayon, siguro one example is customer service, because that's one area also that we have clients in. I have clients, business clients in terms of creating structures for customer service, ganon. So, and then we would build teams for that, and then we would launch that. Of course, there was a conversation before na with, kasi Google recently came out with this project that they're working on na yung project nila, basically because of the level of sophistication Google has ngayon with the algorithms and everything technology wise that has allowed them to make smarter technologies. Basically ngayon they're coming up with an artificial intelligence customer service person. So para siyang if you call, for example, if you call a restaurant and you want to make a reservation, or if you want, diba? It's like Leia, exactly, parang ganon. Na there's a machine or there's a bot basically that answers for you. And so of course that scared a lot of the BPO industry people. Kasi tayo sa Philippines, very big chunk of our BPO jobs are customer service. Pero it's so interesting kasi Singularity University was giving this talk one time, and it made me realize one thing, na yung technology kasi it's not meant to replace human beings. What it's meant to do is it's to remove from us the time-consuming work that costs our clients money and costs us time. So, diba? Like, for example, ako, as a consultant, the work that I love doing is strategies. I like helping clients figure out how to grow their business, what kind of marketing opportunities they have. Pero, kasi yung mindset ng tao, if you're a marketing consultant, if you're a digital marketing person, ikaw din gumagawa ng posts, diba? You make the graphics, you make the captions, and I do that. Pero how I wish that the time will come that there will be a bot that can do that for me already, and I'm actually excited about that time. So parang yun nga, the idea of yung MyLegalWhiz, diba, as a tool. I do agree, it's not meant to take away jobs from lawyers. It's actually meant to help lawyers. Kasi now with this, it helps them save time. Diba? Yun nga, like my attorney, yung story ng attorney ko, diba? The guy that does all of my legal stuff. Ngayon, I don't have to bother him every time I need an amended contract. All I have to do is just look for the document and MyLegalWhiz, and then change up the template, send it to his office. All he has to do is sign it. Kasi when he signs it, he actually still gets paid, di ba? He still gets paid to notarize, di ba?
Yes.
And signing only takes you what 10 seconds probably maximum, versus writing up the document yourself would take you like an hour and a half.
Correct.
And
Or
it's
more.
only like twice or more. And it's like twice the it's only like twice the pay. And like for example, like non-disclosure agreements, I used to get charged like 1,500 pesos for an NDA. Having it notarized would cost me 500 pesos. Ngayon, because the NDA is already available to me at a lesser cost. Kasi I think I remember no yung the confidentiality agreements like 100 plus pesos on credits. Parang ganun. So it's like 10% of the cost.
Correct.
And then my lawyer now doesn't have to spend an hour writing it up. All he has to do is just sign it and he gets 500 pesos. I save money, he gets paid, he saves time, everyone wins. So I think that's the beauty about technology in general.
Correct. I agree, Patrick. No, we don't only help the business people, we actually help the lawyers. Kasi mas nagiging efficient, mas mabilis yung work, and mas quality. Actually, yan ang nangyayari na sa mga clients namin na lawyers, government institutions, law firms. So, ganyan ang feedback namin sa kanila. Mas mabilis, they get more clients. Actually, because they can, they can finish a lot. And then when they finish a lot, there's another work coming in from a different client. And then the work is not only fast, but it's of quality. Maganda yung output. Kasi here in MyLegalWhiz, talaga pong pinag-iisipan natin yung mga kontrata dito. Kasi ang mga clients po ng MyLegalWhiz, before we offered it to the public, are premier government institutions like Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, the Bureau of Treasury, even the Solicitor General's office is using MyLegalWhiz. So, yan. And of course, we have clients, corporate clients, that have big legal departments. So, ginagamit po yan. And ito pong technology na ito, ginawa namin, kung ano ginagamit nila, we laymanize it in such a way that it can be used by entrepreneurs, understood by small businesses, and can easily consume it. So, tama, actually, that is our realization. That's why we pursued this innovation. So basically, ito, gumawa tayo ng digital legal department para sa lahat ng mga negosyante sa buong Pilipinas. So ito po ang actually regalo ng DTI sa inyo. In partnership with us, kasi alam namin na ngayong panahon ng pandemic, talagang nagtitipid tayo, ayaw nating lumabas ng bahay, and we want to focus only on our businesses. So in MyLegalWhiz, gusto namin ganun mag-focus kayo sa negosyo ninyo. Kami bahala sa research. Kami bahala sa sulat ng kontrata o ng dokumento. Kami bahala. Tapos, yung mga lawyers, kung kailangan nyo na, we can refer you to a lawyer or you can get your own lawyer. That's not a problem. And ang pinakamaganda dito, libre. Libre ang sign up. Tapos, meron ka pang free 500 credits. So, ganun ang ano natin dyan sa MyLegalWhiz.
I have a funny story about that kasi I used kasi credits I think 2 months ago.
Okay.
Ito naman not really on the business side, more of the personal side naman to.
Okay. Sige.
Yan
ang maganda, personal.
Oo, personal nito, personal. And I guess it kind of also goes into business a little bit. I got a text kasi I think it was May. Yung time na patapos na yung national ECQ, we were already moving to GCQ. And then, of course, with the movement to GCQ, alam naman natin, the banks were starting to contact people already about payments that had to be made. Credit card. Yung sa akin, ito sa car loan. Kasi I have a car ngayon that's still on loan. And that well, I didn't siguro just konting context. I didn't request for for an extension on any payment because again, thankfully, my business still went on even during ECQ, so I didn't need it. Tsaka alam ko na I'd still have to pay for it at some point. So I wanted sana na patuloy na lang. Pero what happened actually was the bank involuntarily without my knowledge paused my payments. And then itong May, all of a sudden, they contact me and tell me na we're resuming payments. So I was like, sige, no problem. I mean, just debit it from my account. Pero yung catch lang, sabi nila, kasi sir, we paused your payments, you have an interest. So they actually charged me an interest on top of my monthly payments. Diba ako may sabi ko, but ganun, diba? I mean, I didn't ask you to pause. Pero and of course, I mean, is that what's happening everywhere else? I mean, are the banks going to charge interest to everyone? And so yun, I mean, of course, thankfully that time I already had credits, I had credits account and I had a few credits pa. So na-research ko and I found this one.
Credits not MyLegalWhiz, yeah.
Yeah, credits not MyLegalWhiz. Ito nga. So and then of course, I did research. I found this. What's flashed right now. And then I found, of course,
to pay my loan.
Yeah. So and it led me to the actual executive order. So now I was armed, diba? I was armed with. So I called up the bank and said, "Sir, I did my research. Yung sabi ko pa, I did my legal research. Siguro inakala niya na may lawyer akong tinawagan. Wala naman. I just had this, diba? And I said na as per law, you're not supposed to charge me interest." So without question, sabi nila, okay, no problem. I won't mention anymore what bank, diba? But of course, we know sometimes banks naman. I mean, I understand they're trying to
pag hindi ka nagreklamo.
Oo, so buti na lang na I was just top of my mind lang, iniisip ko lang, how about the others na hindi nila alam? They probably ended up paying. Yeah, I was charged like almost 8,500 pesos. So if I didn't have this, diba? I mean, it was like what?
So natipid mo yun? Natipid mo yung 8,500?
Yeah. Instead of paying 8,500, I mean, I did research on credits, paid what, 50 pesos. I saved like thousands of pesos, parang ganon.
Yeah, I want to discuss the credits. Tama, thank you for that sharing of experience, Patrick. Yung credits na sinasabi natin po is yung 500 credits na binibigay ng DTI, you can use that to consume proprietary content in MyLegalWhiz. So if you want to download a specific discussion of, for example, psychological incapacity or credit card loans, may mga corresponding credits po yun. Pero yung mga related naman sa sa mga COVID, libre yon. So libre yon. So you can access it without corresponding credits. Ang ganda naman ng na yon, ng experience na yon. So what did you do, Patrick? You just showed your phone? Like ito po yung ni-research ko sa
I emailed the bank.
Okay.
So I took nag-screen cap ako, so I showed them ganito. So first, I did over phone call. So sabi nila, sige sir, I'll think about it. We'll bring it up. So yung ginawa ko, I emailed the manager. And I emailed the manager this one, I captured the
copy paste. This one.
So without a question, my interest was waived. So yun ang nangyari.
Yes, because it's based on the law. It's based on the law. So wala ka talagang lusot dito. Pag sinabi mo is may legal basis. Kasi kaming abogado minsan, ang ewan ko sa mga experience ng mga nanonood ngayon, minsan tatawag po kayo ng kaibigan na abogado, makikipag-istoryahan kayo, kukwento nyo yung issue nyo, tapos magbibigay ka agad ng opinion ng lawyer. Pero to be honest, basically, check pa namin yung basis namin. Although alam namin, meron na kaming idea sa solution. Pero kailangan pa namin i-check yon. So ngayon sa MyLegalWhiz, it's all documented. It's all there. I mean, if I'm a lawyer and then you ask me and then I have MyLegalWhiz, I will immediately tell you about grace period for loans according to Section 4 AA of Republic Act 11469. Kasi I can just check my phone.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is the one I showed them. This is the one I showed the bank.
This one, right? Grace period for loans. Yan. Very important to, Patrick, lalo na sa mga nanonood natin, mga negosyante, tsaka mga entrepreneurs. No, kasi nagkautang-utang tayo eh. Merong mga credit card loans, merong housing, may renta. Ito pang isa, rent. Especially for small businesses, commercial rent, restaurant. No, hindi ko nga alam eh paano. Basically ngayon iba na talaga yung normal, pero during that time hindi ka talaga makakabayad ng rent. Hanggang MGCQ actually. Tignan natin, I'm not sure, so we'll check rent. So aside from credit card loans being part of the grace period, meron tayong rent COVID-19. Ganun lang po, kadali mag-search. Lagay nyo lang po yung COVID-19 rent.
That's a big issue for us ngayon sa Bacolod. Kasi
share it. Oo.
I'm part of an employers union. We call it the Bacolod BEU, Bacolod Employers Union. Again, for me, not affected kasi I'm home-based business, and all of my employees are also home-based. But I have a lot of friends who have commercial spaces talaga. I have one of my very good friends dito sa Bacolod owns a coffee shop, chain of coffee shops and pastries and desserts. And of course, he has to pay rent, diba? And itong ECQ really close talaga. Close talaga. As in, no, kasi diba yung iba nag-ano pa ng Grab, may may Grab Express na lang tayo, ganon. He had to close completely because of the risk factors then. So this guy has 4 kids, right? So if you have 4 kids, you're not gonna risk going to the coffee shop just so that you have income for that. I would rather stay home. And then yung isang anak niya pa is also the same age as my youngest, only a year old. So parang risk factor, they decided let's not go out. Pero of course, wala talaga, zero. I mean, they did not make any money for almost 3 months. And then they come back and then all of a sudden, kasi there was, I'm not so sure. I mean, we were not informed as business owners by, or baka siguro na informed, but the information dissemination was not clear. So ngayon we're going back and forth with counselors and to try to figure out what the rent situation is going to look like for the especially for gyms and barbershops kasi as far as I know, barbershops and gyms can only operate to a 30% capacity. How are you going to pay for your rent kung ganon, di ba?
Correct. Ito nga yun, Patrick eh. So for residential and commercial rents para sa mga nanonood, no? Falling due within the duration of ECQ, MECQ, and GCQ, there's a 30-day grace period from the last due date or until such time the community quarantine is lifted. So hindi na kasama MGCQ. Hanggang GCQ lang ito. So tama ka rin, mayroon pa ring issue pag nagbukas ka na kasi hindi pa full capacity. Like for example, yung barber shop na sinasabi mo, Patrick, barber shop. Yeah. So you type it in MyLegalWhiz barber shop, punta tayo dito sa reference section natin. The reference section provides for all the laws and regulations dito. Ito, updated guidelines for barber shops and salons. Yan. So makikita natin dito sa section 2, ito. Beginning July 16, 2020, the operating capacity of barbershops and salons shall be increased to 50% in areas declared under GCQ and 75% sa MGCQ. So sa Bacolod, MGCQ na. So 75%,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
75%
Okay, yeah.
na ang pwede na. So at least alam mo na
Mhm.
ngayon. If you
Tama.
kahit na kliyente ka na, kahit customer ka ng barbershop, alam mo na okay,
Oo,
bukas na
yeah.
siya.
Yeah, tama.
Pero
Oo, that's true.
ito nga, I want to share ito naman yung barber ko. Sabi niya, kahit po maggupit kami ngayon sa barbershop, walang taong pumupunta. Wala talaga. And even if may pumunta, 50% capacity lang, hindi nila alam kung paano mabawi yung gastos nila sa renta or even pagbayad sa mga employees nila sa loob. So, ganyan po ang situation natin. Pero at least, when you have this information, alam mo yung situation. So, yan ang regulations natin sa mga barbershops. So, sa lahat, MGCQ, 75% na. So, pwede na kayo magpagupit. Basta nandyan yung barbero. Ayan, 50% for GCQ.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, that's how MyLegalWhiz works. No? So, let's go a bit. So, we still have a few minutes before we end our session. Personal naman. So, yung sa'yo na crossover personal tsaka business eh. It's about an auto loan. Yeah, basically it's personal. Pero sa MyLegalWhiz po, yung mga entrepreneurs natin and small businesses, especially mga sole proprietors, pwede nyo pong gamitin to sa persons and family relations. Persons and family issues, married life, etc. You can type anything here about support, for example, child support. So for those entrepreneurs who are single parents, kailangan may problema about support ng spouse, you can check on MyLegalWhiz and we can help you. So for all those na nakikinig ito, for example, so basic, you just need to click on child support. Alam mo kaagad, legitimate or illegitimate child is, sabi dito, child support follows as a matter of obligation. A parent is obliged to support his child, whether legitimate or illegitimate. Kasi may mga nagtatanong using Ask Leia, paano kapag illegitimate child? May obligation ba yung parent to support? Yung, for example, the ex-husband or ex-wife? It depends, no? Yes, kasi according to the law, kailangan, no? Regardless, when filiation is beyond question, when filiation is beyond question, the child support follows as a matter of obligation. So these personal legal questions or legal issues or legal concerns, it's also here in MyLegalWhiz to support you. Ayan, may mga and meron pang isa, no, there are also questions about abuse, no? So, medyo humiwalay tayo ng konti sa business, but this is very important, economic abuse. So there's an important topic here, economic abuse. So for all those who are interested, what is economic abuse? You can check MyLegalWhiz. Sign up now because this is your personal or business digital legal department. It's very useful. If you type economic abuse, ano bang economic abuse yan? Pag hindi ba nagbigay yung asawa mo ng pera, economic abuse ba yon? Pag hindi ka sinuportahan, economic abuse ba yon? Ito po ang sagot dyan. No, economic abuse refers to acts that make or attempt to make a woman, actually it's particular to women. So sa mga women entrepreneurs natin or women who want to become entrepreneurs, a woman financially, make or attempt to make a woman financially dependent, which includes but is not limited to following: withdrawal of financial support or preventing the woman from engaging in legitimate profession. So this is very important because there's a lot of issues na yung husband pinipigilan yung wife niya to work, not to earn her own money. So bawal po yun. That is economic abuse. So this is just
talaga? May ganun pala yun.
Oo, meron yan. Okay, Patrick, tandaan mo yan. At tinatandaan ko rin ito. Very important. Deprivation or threat of deprivation of financial resources and the right to use and enjoyment of conjugal, community, or property owned in common. So these kinds of knowledge, these kinds of information, hindi natin alam yan eh. Even if I'm a lawyer, no, kailangan ko pang i-check yan. So, nandyan na po yan sa MyLegalWhiz.
Alam mo, Dex, Attorney Dex, it's also still, it's still, that's still, yung process talaga pa rin with business. Siguro specifically as an employer, I mean, for instance, of course, as an employer, as a business owner, I always have the welfare of my employees in mind. So, when I guess siguro the way that we also operate culture-wise in our company, kasi we're very close-knit, I hire a lot of friends, di ba? Many of my employees ngayon were friends of mine before, or we became friends later on. And of course, these guys, essentially, when they have problems, especially yung mga those who are really independent already of their households, of their parents, when they have problems, they run to me. Diba? House problems at home, for example. I had one before. Still do. I have a person who works under me at a per project basis. She's a single mom. And of course, she would have problems minsan with the fathers of her kids, ganon. And had I known that this was in MyLegalWhiz, it could have really helped her out when she would come to me and ask. And of course, I did not know the answer. So what I would usually do is like, sorry, I don't know the answer to that. You have to get a lawyer. Diba?
Oh, yeah.
But if I'm an employer, if I have this, nako, laking tulong ito. I mean, it can really be an added service that I can give to my employees. Tama, no? I can use that for my employees if they have problems.
Yes.
Just today, I have an employee right now who yung pamangkin niya just came out of the hospital na he got operated for appendicitis. So tama, I should probably check MyLegalWhiz later on to see, kasi of course, diba, with the COVID and everything, and these guys don't have health insurance, they're kind of looking for ways to what are the ways that they can probably extend payment or ganon. Do we have things like that there? Like, for instance, like you go to a hospital.
Well, we have, for example, for employees, no, lalo na sa mga sole proprietors, we have part-time employment. We hire contractors, we hire freelancers. So meron tayong mga part-time employment, part-time worker rights and benefits. So kailangan we're well informed about the rights of our employees and our obligations to them. So you can check it here. No, may mga holiday pay, 13-month pay, regularization status, retirement compensation, etc. So those explanatory bulletin. Yan. Meron tayo. So yung question mo specifically, Patrick, what's that about? About the health of
I guess, like, up to what extent do we give this guy? What kind of support can we give him? And how much are we obliged to give him? Are we obliged to give him a loan, on a salary loan, or parang kasi it's not him, it's an extended family member. So parang that kind of do we have to, or
well, you don't really have to, but again, you are free to give them the benefits that you want to give them. But there are minimum statutory benefits that you need to give for probationary employees, for part-time employees, yung nakita mo kanina, and of course, regular employees. So makikita mo yan dyan sa MyLegalWhiz. These are the employee benefits, the probationary employee benefits, and then yung kanina nakita natin yung part-time employment benefits. So it depends of you, with you, kung ano yung gusto mong ibigay sa mga empleyado mo. So in MyLegalWhiz, again, it's so easy to use it. Actually, you can share it to your employees, no? MyLegalWhiz. So they can sign up for free. They can use the MLW 500 code na built into site. And then
Yung
they
iba
can use
ginamit
it for personal stuff. Yeah, of course.
ubos
Ginagamit
na
na
daw
ito.
yung
Ubus na yung
ubos na
yung credit. Baka
Oo.
madaming problema. Baka madaming problema.
Dami tanong.
Correct. So anyway, before we end it, I want to announce to everyone that by using MyLegalWhiz, you can also earn from it. So yung mga nandito po, patapos na tayo. So we want to introduce an affiliate program. You just need to sign up, no? Basic muna, sign up muna kayo, use the credit, feel it first, and see if it's very useful. And when you see another business person or entrepreneur or small business who needs it, you can refer MyLegalWhiz to them, and then we have a compensation program or what you call this referral-free program in MyLegalWhiz na pwede nyo pong magamit and you can earn online. So just go to here, dito lang po sa baba, be an affiliate. I-click nyo lang po ito. This is the home page. So there's a basic information about this one. And we will make the system available soon. But yung basic natin nandito. Just sign up to MyLegalWhiz first. And follow our Facebook page. So before we end, Patrick, do you have some last message?
Sure, just want to tell the business owners who are watching this live or even those who will watch this later on na
Yeah.
kasi of course as a business owner we usually think about the cost involved, di ba? Pero in cases like this, like with getting products like MyLegalWhiz, I don't really see it as a cost per se, but it's really more of an investment kasi. Not even investment, I like to call it insurance, diba? Na in case anything
I agree.
wrong, diba? I mean, we buy insurance for practically everything. We could buy insurance for cars, for houses, for health, for life insurance, and business owners get that. So parang I think siguro when they see MyLegalWhiz, they should see it as insurance na in case I need, diba, I mean, legal knowledge or legal advice or if I will need like a document or something that will help me, protect myself from a client or something like that. MyLegalWhiz is a great tool to help that now. It's much of a lesser cost compared to having to bother a lawyer. And if you do have a lawyer for your business, which most naman business owners do, I'm sure that everyone has a contact who's a lawyer. Even the lawyers themselves would be so happy that you have a tool like this kasi you don't basically you have someone to run to before you have to come to them. So when you come to the meeting with the lawyer, you're prepared na. So you can start talking about solutions already. I think Attorney Dex, lawyers like that. Now when they have clients who are informed and who know what they're talking about already, so that as soon as they step in the office, you can start talking already. Okay, so ano yung pwede natin gawin? What solutions can we have to this problem? Kasi they have to explain everything from scratch pa. So it's really a great tool. So I really encourage if you're a business owner, kasi there's free 500 credits. That's actually that's very useful. But even if you pay for it, it's very, very worth it talaga.
Thank you, Patrick, for that, for sharing your experience as a business person and entrepreneur. And again, I want to remind everyone to sign up for free because DTI has DTI 500 promo code. So please maximize it. Actually, the total of all the credits is 1,000. Kasi meron tayo, kung makikita nyo po mamaya dito, sa sign out ko lang, no? Meron tayong MLW 500. So sa sign up, meron ng MLW 500. Tapos, you just add the DTI 500 promo code by the DTI. So, thank you very much, Patrick, and thank you, everyone. Mukhang wala namang question. Mukhang nakinig lang naman sila. So, Lovely, are you there? Andiyan ba si Lovely? O malis na yata. Hello? Hi, Lovely. Are you still there?
Ayan.
Hello, yes.
Yun.
Thank you
So,
again,
Lovely,
Attorney
we're
Del.
finished.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Thank you din po kay Sir Patrick for joining us this afternoon. And thank you din po sa viewers natin that continue to join us even if nakapanood na sila ng previous session, and to the new viewers. Sana po patuloy po nila tayong suportahan sa susunod na installment ng series natin.
Oo, yes. Lovely, I also want to announce, no? So, for those who were not able to watch this, uh, pag wag kayong mag-alala. So, pakisabi po sa mga friends niyo, other entrepreneurs, isa-isahin po natin yung mga regional chapters natin or negosyo centers sa buong Pilipinas. So, mag-online
Yes.
caravan po tayo. Abangan nyo po ang schedule na yan. Throughout the year yan,
I-announce po
tutulungan
natin
po namin kayo. Na-announce na ni Miss Lovely Chan.
through our DTI pages or yung official page po ni MyLegalWhiz.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
So, thank you very much, Lovely. Thank you very much, Patrick. And sa mga viewers, have a good afternoon po.
Thank you. Bye.